All right, guys, welcome back to Philly Sips of the WarRoom podcast, presented by the Sideline Journal. I'm your host, Mason Wrather, and joining with me is my co-host, Liam Carr.
Hey, good to be here again today, guys. Thank you for all the views and support so far. We're loving it. We got a great episode today with some of the fellows from the fraternity again. That watchdog list is filling up, so make sure you guys claim your spot.
Yeah, absolutely, because, it's filling up fast. You might get featured on a full-length episode like this because it's your choice to have a voice to talk about what you want to talk about with football. And touching on what Liam said about the support, the TikTok's up to 230 followers. YouTube is consistently going up. We had 35,000 views in the past 30 days on Instagram, and we are loving the support. We're just two dudes that started a podcast about 2 months ago, and we love it. So, anyways, Liam, I think you've got a little bit of the intro for our two guests today.
In the hat, we got a man that is slicker than a screen pass, sharper than a spike fleet, faster than on a mic than Tyreek on turf. Don't bleat and you'll miss the punchline. It's the razor-tongued, smooth-talking, pigskin prophet himself, Triston Collins. And with the glasses, we got the king of comedy, the sultan of snacks, the touchdown tank with jokes as heavy as his takes, staying tall and wide with the laughter of 1,000 tailgates. Give it up for the one and only Jagger Jackson.
What up?
This is the WarRoom presented by the Sideline Journal, where the film doesn't lie. Let's get to work.
Hey, fellas, glad you can make it here today. Hey, just starting off the bat, we'll start with Triston first. This is a great football podcast. Let's start off with how you fell in love with football. What happened first?
When I was younger, my dad would never let me play because I was a little bit smaller than the kids. I didn't hit a growth spurt until forever. And then I used to go to my uncle's and watch the Broncos play all the time and became a big fan ever since then, watching Peyton Manning grow up. Playing football, probably starting in 7th grade. They tried to put me at quarterback a few times. Just kind of I like the physical aspect of it.
Something about maybe hitting somebody?
Yep. Hitting somebody.
Where'd you go? What did you play? What happened? How was it?
I went to Halbert to play. My first year to play football was in Halbert, and it was probably like my actually college bound was sophomore year. I played receiver, kicker, backup QB, and punter.
Blue guy.
And I got
real utility guy.
Yeah, they put me in Vibe for it, so I was pretty excited about that. And then I went to Talcon and tore my knee up and didn't play football again. So,
yikes, it's tough. Well, hey man, glad you're here. Glad you're a Bronco watchdog for us, Jagger. Hey man, how you doing?
What up? How you doing?
Hey, tell us about your story, your past with football, how you fell in love with it, and what you're doing here.
Kind of like Triston. My dad didn't really let me play when I was young, but I got to like middle school. It was like school ball finally. So he's like, go ahead and try out. I was like, all right, I did it, whatever. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't that good, middle school, going up to like freshman year. I wasn't bad, but, there's kids better than me. And I don't know, I just kept sticking with it, all the workouts and stuff, and eventually started, all state, let's go, got it. And now I just spend my days as a Team B quarterback, intramural team, Cap Sig.
I love it.
That's true.
I wanted to jump in for you guys here because it sounds like you'll kind of have a shared story with football of where y'all fell in love with it around middle school, and that's kind of where you started discovering who you were going through football, but then it ended right before you went to college. So talk about that bond a little bit, of the bond that you have with football, why you loved it, and then maybe why that led you to join in the same fraternity that you did, Kappa Sigma.
You got it, Jay?
You got it. What? Okay, hold on. So, hold on. Wait, the bond that made us join it from football?
Yeah, the reason that you love football, that bond of brotherhood that you had, that life that you get to have out there, the game that you get to play, and then both of you kind of have a similar story where it ended for you in high school, and then you wind up in 2 months and you're in the same fraternity. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, when I was rushing and everything, they always asked what I did in high school, if I played any sports, and I told them that. I all stayed in football. That was the main sport I played and everything. Kind of quit everything just to do football, and then they're just like, telling me how most people had the same exact story as that or whatever, and then it just clicked. And I knew a lot of the guys I played against or with some of the people in the fraternity actually, so it was pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome. Tristan?
Yeah, so I mean, like, a little different from Jagger. Obviously, we didn't play the same position, so I'm not getting, pounded at the line like he is all the time. I'm running routes and
You're
stuff.
not a
Getting hit by
freaking
safety.
tank like Jagger? Is that what you're saying?
Y'all ever ran across the safety? That's not fun. But no, I came into college a little bit like earlier. We rushed together and all that, and so I knew a bunch of guys before, probably most of the guys in my class did, and they knew I was athletic. They looked through my Instagram and stuff, and I bonded with a lot of people. I came into college with a bunch of guys I played football with, and I played against a bunch of guys that I played football with, like Wagner and stuff like that. And yeah, just like it was just more of like a bond, like actually going out and playing sports, just playing football, throwing the pigskin around.
Y'all carry that over into intramurals? Is that what I heard?
What?
So I'll carry that over into intramurals. I heard we got a champ in the building. Is that right?
Hey, I had like 4 touchdowns in that game. 4 touchdowns. Eli Carr was the quarterback. 4 touchdowns.
I remember that. Oh yeah.
I was cooking.
Hey, question I always like asking some of the fellas when we're talking about stuff like this is, besides game day, what was your favorite part of football?
That's a good question.
Probably team dinners, dude. I love to eat.
Team dinner.
Stuff is so good.
Walk us through like the best team dinner that you can remember from high school. 'Cause there's always one. I know for me, there's always the church that we go to with UConn, and it was we'd show up. They'd have fried chicken, gravy, mashed potatoes. But then the best part, it was the banana pudding at the end. And let me tell you, I probably ate 8 or 9 servings of banana pudding.
We had like most games it was like Alfredo and pasta, or chicken Alfredo, or like lasagna too.
Oh yeah.
That stuff was good. And I felt bad because one time they only brought they brought chicken Alfredo one time, and one of my buddies couldn't eat it or something because it had cheese in it or something. He's lactose intolerant. And so everybody's over there munching down, grabbing like 3 servings, and he's over there, he's like, I can't eat. We're like, oh, dude, that sucks, and I just kept eating more, It's kind of bad move, but it's all right.
So what position on the O-line did you play? Because, I mean, you're talking about being a tank. Where were you tanking it down at?
So freshman, sophomore year, I played left guard.
Okay.
And then my junior year, we had a new coach. Well, he was part of the coaching staff the year before, but he moved to head coach. And he's just like, you want to try out center? I was like, all right, I'll do it. I'll do it. Snapping the ball, it's a new change, but I'll do it. So
yeah, but like
I played center.
But being center,
My junior,
that's how you're the tank. Like you're making the calls at the line. Like, what's one of the favorite calls you remember from high school? Just walk us through it.
So we'd get people to jump off sides every time because we ran the triple option flex bone. So we're just pounding every time, and then we used to say buddy buddy, get them to think they're getting ready to get double teamed, but we'd like let everybody know we're about to buddy you. And then as soon as we go, we had it was called freeze. We'd call it, and they'd jump off sides every time. I loved it.
That's awesome. Well, Tristan,
You got some good film for us?
Whoa, hey, hang on, what is it? Besides game day or what?
Oh yeah. Besides game day, what's your favorite?
It was the practice the day before. I love the practice the day before. We'd always have, the hype music. We'd always do this thing at Tahlequah. It was always called the coach would scream defensive coach. It's the only day he'd ever be happy is on Thursdays. He'd always be, not 5. And everybody would have to drop and jump up and say 9. And it was just, dude, it was awesome. The energy was different. Like, we knew we were about to go play somebody, especially if it was a bad team and we were about to blow them out by like 50 points. Oh, we were having the best times of our life during that practice. But, like, if we lost the game.
Hey, I love it. I wanted to ask you, what position did you play?
I played corner, safety. At Holbert, I played safety, corner, and receiver, and kicker. And at Tahlequah, I played corner and receiver.
Nice. Would you know Tate Christian by chance? Did he coach you?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. So,
He,
tell us a little bit about
Do
Tate.
what?
Tell us a little bit about Tate.
I mean, Tate was
Coach
more
Christian.
of like whenever,
Coach Christian.
yeah,
sorry.
Coach Christian. Whenever I was going through, so it was like 2-3 years ago. It'd be my senior year. He wasn't. He was more of like a quarterback coach, kind of like
Yeah.
I was never really around him. Like I know his dad. His dad was my receiver coach, and his dad was really cool. He's got on my butt a few times though, so I could see Coach Christian doing that to some kids. I mean, but he was a real good guy. Like he gave you every time. Like I could walk up and I would be like, "Hey, like I don't really know this route or something like that," and he knew the play like to a T, and he'd be like, "Yes, what do you do? This is what you do," and he'd help me on my like footing and everything. So he was a great guy.
Dude, that's awesome. 'Cause, I mean, you had some really good coaches. Like, the reason I asked about Tate is when I started in the profession, we were actually GAs together at NSU coaching, and he decided that he wanted to go the high school route, and he ended up at Talcol, and I think they're building a pretty good program out there. And I just think it's cool that the way journeys in football have a way of intertwining in ways you might not have expected, because I think a lot of people, when they watch the NFL, when they're watching the Broncos, they're watching the Buccaneers, they think there's no way the people that you see on TV that you ever might have the chance to meet them. But what makes football so special to me, being in it and, you know, making a podcast, you know, having practice, meeting people, like, you might run into someone you never think that you would, and it's because of the game of football. So I just think that's pretty cool, you know?
For sure. Hey, fellas, do we want to get into some football talk?
Yeah.
Tristan, I was going to go with you first. You were just talking, but sorry, Jagger. Just sit tight for a second. Tristan, you know, let's go back to August 2024, right? Before the season started, it felt like it was a brand new era to the Broncos, you know, the Bo Nix era. Tell me about your expectations you had before the season started, and just take us through that season real quick.
Yeah, so last season, I know, like, I remember where I was at when we were drafting Bo Nix. And, like, I was at B-Dubs doing the Blaze and Wing Challenge, and I sat there and I was like, Bo Nix, that's our guy. Like, that's the most, like, NFL-ready QB in the draft. Like, I believe so, and I still believe it. And I was sitting there and we get him, and, like, I think, like, we got rid of Jerry Jeudy or something like that. And I was like, man, I'm kind of upset about that, but I think we're going to go far. And, you know, I genuinely didn't expect us to go as far as we did at all, because he was a rookie, all that. I didn't expect that. Then we started just going down, like, the line. Like, we just, like, there was games where we were losing, and then there was games that we were winning. And I was like, no way we're going to go to the playoffs. And we beat the Chiefs with no starters, so that's pretty good. I'll take it. But, yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
Quick question, though. Do you think Bo Nix is better than Baker Mayfield already?
Then Baker Mayfield, I don't know. I don't think so.
Do you think
I think he will be.
Do you think he will be? Jagger, what do you think about that?
Absolutely not. I think
Jagger.
he's gonna. I don't think Bo Nix is gonna progress at all. I think he's gonna keep playing at the level he is right now.
So hey, you're an opposite fan, so that's the question. We got the fan's perspective, a fan of another team. What do you take about Bo Nix's rookie season? You're saying that his ceiling was his rookie season?
Absolutely.
Liam,
Maybe a tiny bit better, but he will never be in the MVP talks.
Liam, that's kind of wild. What do you think about that?
That's crazy because people
No,
were
let's
saying
just-
that he was fighting. He said, "Who was it? It was. I think it was Sutton." And he goes, "You're not even working for Rookie of the Year anymore. You're going for MVP."
No, I just don't see it because he's old coming in already. You know, which he had a good season. I can't deny that. He led
He
the
is
Broncos,
old.
but he just has so many more years until. If he wants to reach that ceiling, it's a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, let's talk about, you know, you don't think Bo Nix is going to progress Jagger. Tristan, you definitely have stuff against that, though. But I'm looking at 2 games right now that stick out on the schedule. It was week 4. They beat the Jets 10-9. Bo Nix had 60 yards passing. Might have been raining that day. We don't remember. And then on week 15, after the bye week, Bo Nix had 130 yards, which is his second lowest. And they won 31-13 against the Colts. But Tristan, they got a good team around them. They got a good coach. Tell us about the team.
Yeah, I mean, we brought in. You talking about last year or this year?
Last year.
Yeah, well, I mean, see, like, that came out of nowhere, like, Nick Bonito and all that. Like, thank God our defense we were ranked first in the league on our defense. Like, thank God our defense carried a lot. I really think that, but I also think Bo Nix was able to, like, we had, what's his name? The running back. I don't know, it's like Javonte or something like that.
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was going to have a breakout season that year. He didn't really have a breakout season as much as I saw when I watched him. And then, I mean, I think it was after those weeks that you just announced the Jets and then the other team. That's when we could be wrong because we might have played Miami after that and got blown out. But, I mean, I genuinely, like, the team started off, I didn't think anything of it because Sean Payton was coming in and he just coached Russell Wilson. And then he just knows how to, like, he knows how he wants his team to play, and he's drafting those guys that he thinks will fit the scheme of the what he wants in that football team.
Yep. Hey, just a fun fact, real quick for you right here. The Broncos did not have a 100-yard rusher at all last year.
I saw that.
You have 4 running back 2s, in my opinion. What's going on with that running back room?
Right now, pretty excited for it. We just signed a veteran that I'm actually super excited about, J.K. Dobbins. I think that backup or that running back we got in the draft, what was his name? We were talking about it earlier.
R.J. Harvey.
R.J. Harvey.
Yeah.
I don't even think we've signed him for his rookie contract yet. Like, I looked at something the other day, and we haven't signed him. I think that's like for 3 other rookies that we've drafted, we haven't signed them. So I don't really know what's going on with that right now. I would love for us to sign him because I think he would be a problem, and I think J.K. Dobbins is a great, like, veteran person for that guy. And so, I mean, we clearly have a running back 1 in J.K. Running back 2, if we can get that guy signed, I feel like that's our running back 2. I mean, really ain't no question.
Yeah, I mean, Jagger, with the Buccaneers, I kind of had a similar experience with your running back room. You went in kind of thinking that Rachaad White was going to be the starter, and then it ended up being Bucky Irving was the breakout star. I mean, do you think that maybe the Broncos might have something cooking like that, or is that just what y'all got cooking down in Tampa?
I think Bucky Irving, generational. You never, like, usually see that.
Wow.
Generational.
Hold on, like, you don't expect that out of a guy like that, And then all of a sudden he just starts putting up these numbers. And then we're like, keep giving him the ball. We thought Rachaad White was going to be the guy. But Bucky Irving taking that job over, I feel like we can finally establish the run game and take all the pressure off Baker. But I do think that J.K. Dobbins is their guy. But I want to see some touches from Harvey as well.
Hey, you guys are missing out on Estime and Jaleel McLaughlin.
Yeah, Audric Estime averaged like 4.6 yards per carry last season.
What are you doing? 4 running back 2s.
4 running back 2s. But no, I mean, I want to pipe in here just a little bit about the Broncos offense as a whole. And maybe Jagger, Tristan, y'all can tell me how I'm wrong. But I mean, Sean Payton's entire offensive philosophy is he scripts the first 15 plays of the game. It doesn't matter what's going on in it. He's going to run those 15 plays, and then he takes that data and he starts calling the rest of his stuff. Well, I think for me, as much of a good coach that Sean Payton is, I think that's a massive flaw, and you see what happens with Bo Nix. He goes out there and he only throws 60 yards in a game because the script that you had running the first 15 plays, building your data off of that and not adjusting, you're setting your quarterback up for failure. And then talk about that Colts game, 31-13. I mean, we're talking about the Broncos offense. I think they only won games because of their defense. I mean, y'all tell me if I'm wrong.
I wouldn't say you're, like, completely wrong at all, because I do agree. Like, that's the same thing I said about last year. Like, thank God our defense was ranked number 1. But there's games out there where, Bo Nix just went out there and he slang it. Like, there's games like that he did turn up on the Jets and, like, he started making plays himself and stuff, like, he's throwing the ball deep. That Cleveland Browns game, I mean, that was a close game, and he was slinging that thing to I can't even think his name. He was a kick
Marvin
returner there.
Mims.
Yes, Marvin Mims. That's the guy I'm excited about too.
Yeah, Knicks had just under 300
Yeah.
yards in that game. He had 300 yards against Kansas City. They didn't have the starters, but no, when I was a Bo Nix hater. I still kind of am. Coming out of college at Oregon, I thought all he did was checkdowns, and I thought his air yard passes were really small because he was just doing the checkdowns. But he made a living off of it. But then, I was Tristan, before this, I was looking at Bo Nix highlights because I was trying to get hyped, and it's only showing the good stuff. But that Seattle game, that was like, I watched all of that, and he was making plays. His first game, they lost 26-20, but that first game, he was showing his legs. He was showing some rolling out left, some crossbody throws, kicking his leg. He was showing going through check 1, check 2, check 3. Bo Nix has it, but is he the future? I don't know.
For the Broncos, I think yes. They found their quarterback, and I do see that a lot, though, those check down plays. But that's why we went and got some running backs.
Well, I mean, building off
I guess
that, Jagger, do you think Baker's the future for the Buccaneers?
I hope they're smart enough to keep him because I think he fits their team really well. Because he came in there off of, a short Panther stint, and then, what is it? He played one game for the Rams, right?
Yeah.
And
One
then-
amazing game.
Yeah, come back, and he can throw interceptions under pressure here and there.
He's a
but
gunslinger. He's a gunslinger.
yeah, he's not afraid
You
to
got to
throw.
take the good with the bad.
He's one of the quarterbacks that is not afraid, run into you, hit you, and then get right back up and run a different play.
For sure, and
Oh.
I mean, to Bo Nix's credit, you could say the opposite of him. He's really good at protecting the football. So, I mean, I think it's cool. I like talking about different quarterbacks at the same time because I think everyone tries to have arbitrary rankings and rank them out and fit them in square holes, but every quarterback approaches and plays the position in a different way. If that makes sense. I love that you said Baker fits Tampa because I mean, down in the bayou, freaking swashbuckling attitude, and that's Baker for the Buccaneers.
Hey, let's head down. We're gonna take a timeout with Denver. Let's go down to Tampa Bay. Jagger, Liam Cohen showed that he was a pretty good offensive coordinator, and he showed that with getting that job in Jacksonville now. Going into the year without Liam Cohen, how do you feel about it? Do you think the offense is gonna stay that high-powered, or do you think a lot of that was him?
So the new OC we got now, I believe it's Josh Grizzard. Never really, I don't know much about him, but sorry, no ball knowledge.
No, you're good.
You're good. Hey,
But,
I'll fill it in for you. He's the passing game coordinator, quarterbacks coach for Baker. He comes from the Sean McVay tree. It's going to be similar to what Liam Cohen was doing.
But I hope we keep, the similar heavy pass style when we need to, but still realize that we have Bucky Irving in the back, and we're not afraid to give it to him, because Baker's still going to play at an elite level, not elite, but high level. And I don't know. I really think if we establish that run game, it's going to open up everybody more, and Baker will be able to hopefully go on an MVP season.
Hey, you
Yeah.
can say elite because he finished third in passing yards last year. I mean, top 3, that has to be elite for last year. At a consistent level, I don't know, but you can say it for this year.
He was an MVP candidate for, I think, most of last year, wasn't he? And if you look up, that's why I said Bo Nix won't be the future, because if you look at Baker's and Patrick Mahomes, not the future, but better than Baker, if you look at their stats and stuff compared to each other, Baker has had technically a better past 2 years than Patrick Mahomes has.
Yeah, there's
no.
probably a good argument
Hey.
there with how good Baker's been throwing.
I was supposed to say, that's the debate me and Liam always pretty much have weekly now in the War Room. Stats versus film, which one's the true story? Because I think everyone in football agrees Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in football. But the stats would honestly say he's not even in the past 2 seasons a top 10 QB. So, I mean, I think it's a great debate. I think it's important that you bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even lie because Patrick Mahomes, when he needs to be good, like a fourth quarter, they're down and they need to, he's your guy. That's the one you want making play calls.
Yeah, that clutch and playmaking is by Patty Mahomes. I mean, I'm a big time Chiefs hater, but I gotta give respect to that just because I mean he will always come through. But I mean Baker, I mean Jagger, he reminds me of Brett Favre a lot, the gunslinger. And so just some word of advice as your watchdog, you gotta take the good with the bad. Brett Favre, week 17, week 16 would throw you 6 touchdowns and a pick for 500 yards, and you'd be like, this is it. And then playoffs, first week, he's going to do the same thing he was doing last week. All right, so you still got to love it. But this time it's just falling a little bit short, and he'll have 6 interceptions with 1 touchdown. So, hey, don't run out Baker out of town when he has 1 bad week.
We're not. We got him. Hopefully we keep on him for the rest of his career. I'm hoping.
Talking about interceptions, there's this guy I think that might have won Defensive Player of the Year for the Broncos. Tell us a little bit about him, Triston.
Dude, that guy's I'm so excited for him. I think, honestly, really in this league now, you don't see a bunch of outstanding cornerbacks that can go a long time, with their body and stuff and, just wear and tear. I think he truly can. I think he's a great cornerback. I mean, we had another guy that probably, I think, if I'm wrong, should have been in the Defensive Player of the Year already with Nick Bonino. And
I think that would be a hot take, saying Patrick Surtain had a god-tier level season, but, I mean, Nick Bonino is a really good football player.
I really think he should have been in, the running for it, at least.
Is he a guy we should be watching out for this season?
Huh?
Is Nick a guy we should be looking out for this season?
Absolutely. And then, I mean, we got another guy coming back. I think it's Dre Greenlaw. We got him from the 49ers, but whenever he's healthy, that guy's ready to run. And
did y'all get a safety too, like Talua Hufanga?
Yeah, that guy. I think we got him from the 49ers too. I'm pretty sure we did. He's supposed to be a top safety in the league too.
Didn't y'all draft Jahdae Barron in the first round? That crazy corner. Jahdae Barron in the first round, pretty crazy corner.
Oh, from.
You already had a top 5 defense. You had these pieces. I mean, what do you think? You think it's be the best defense in the league?
I think I know we're going to be the best defense. I absolutely know that. I mean, it's right now. I think it's between us and the Ravens or something like that. That's what everybody's looking at. I see all the comparisons. Which one's better? I mean, we just drafted that guy, that cornerback from we talked about earlier in Texas. Yeah, he's supposed to be a stud. And then we still have a guy that actually still played pretty good defense. I can't think of his first name, but I think it's Riley Moss or something like that. And he's a white corner for our. He was our second option for corner or whatever. And I'm excited for it. I really think that our defense it's ready to go. It's ready to go.
So I got a hypothetical here for both of you guys. So I mean, we talked that Baker Mayfield's elite, might be top 3, arguably one of the best quarterbacks in football. Triston just said that that's the best defense in football. Hypothetical matchup. It's fourth quarter. Baker Mayfield's on the field. 1 drive to go. 1 score. Broncos defense. Bucs offense. Jagger, what's happening?
So, Broncos defense is pretty good. Not gonna doubt that. But I think it comes to that point. That's one of Baker's flaws is when he's under pressure. So I don't think, as much as I want to say it, I think the Broncos defense is probably going to be a little too much to handle.
Hating on your own team?
Hating on your own team is the watchdog. They're going to fire you.
I know, but look, I'm being knowledgeable here,
I'll give Baker's fires too. You said 4th and 1.
That's what I'm hoping the new OC is for.
Fourth quarter.
I'm telling you right now, Baker's going to go lower his shoulder.
Bucky Irving too. Hayden Otten.
I don't know.
Mike
He's
Evans,
got Dre
Chris
Greenlaw,
Godwin.
and he's got Dre Greenlaw. We just signed back a new. I don't know, where is it at? I had it on here, but new lineman, and then we got this safety coming up. Man, we're gonna start
one game. If we establish that run game with Bucky Irving, I think we can make something happen.
Well, I mean, it sounds like Tristan's pretty excited about, the Broncos defense, but Jagger, the Buccaneers defense is quietly cooking too.
They are. We have Levante David still.
He plays at an all-pro level still. That guy feels
Yep.
good. Is it Antoine Winfield coming back, being
Yep,
healthy?
he's coming back. And I like that because we also picked up Shiloh Sanders
Yeah.
as a safety too. So I'm hoping
Get that perfect timing
it's
down,
good
maybe?
he didn't get drafted, but hopefully he makes that next step and Winfield can be a mentor for him, Help him play at a high level he needs to.
What about that D line?
That D line is going to be nasty. We picked up some good people.
Vita Vey.
Oh, that is a good pick.
Yeah.
Hey, Jagger, let's stay down here. We already we kind of hit on the Broncos draft this year. First round pick. Tell us who that was, and how do you feel about the Bucs draft?
Buka. That's my guy. So I believe he's winning Rookie of the Year. I've already told it. You posted it. I think he's got the mentors for it. He's got Godwin and Evans. I think he's going to be a solid option. He was a second option at Ohio State behind Jeremiah Smith. And he still put up over 1,000 yards. I think he barely notched over 1,000, 10 tutties. So, if we got Mike Evans, he's going to play to a high level every year. How many years did he get multiple in a row?
He was like 11.
He's been in.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Chris Godwin, bad injury, but he was still playing decent. And I don't think Chris Godwin's going to play as good as he was. Because what kind of injury did he get? I forgot what it was.
It's a
Dislocated ankle.
Yeah, lower body injury. But I mean, they gotta have some faith in him for signing him to that big extension.
Yeah. Which I still do. I mean, he'll still be able to get open for us and put up numbers. But I think Igbuka is going to turn in to that receiver we need. I thought it was a great pick. Nobody else really. They said it was like, oh, it's a decent pick. You probably should have drafted O-line or something. And I was like, well, yeah. But I think it's a great pick. I think he's going to turn in maybe later in the season, that receiver we need.
For sure.
And end up winning next year.
Talking about the draft, this is something that I saw, and I honestly, I had flip-flopped in my prediction of one of my mock drafts. The Buccaneers and Broncos were picking right next to each other. I think at 19 and 20 or 18 and 20. It's pretty close. I'm pretty sure I have in a mock somewhere. I had Jahdae Barron going to the Buccaneers because they've got a hole at corner, and then for the Broncos, I had Emeka Egbuka going because they have a hole at wide receiver. But surprisingly, both of you went best player available and added good players to stacked rooms. So I guess I'll start with Jagger, but then Tristan, I want you to hop in on this too. What is your philosophy for your team? Do you want them in the draft to be like best player available, or like, oh my God, we need to take an alignment? How do you look at it as a fan?
So it's kind of 50-50. I do want the best player because I just want to stack those good players on our team and be able to use them when we need them. But just like now, Tristan Wirfs is out for the left tackle. What if he was out for a year, didn't play as good, we had to get rid of him? What if we needed that left tackle, but then we have a chance to draft the best receiver again in the next draft? It's a confusing decision because you want that great receiver, but you need that left tackle.
Yeah,
So I think I'd be going with maybe filling in the holes.
So you think you would lean more like picking towards need, like a couple years ago when the Giants have the number 2 overall pick and they go with Saquon Barkley instead of quarterback, that type of situation?
Yeah. So it's just, I mean, Egbuka's a great player, don't get me wrong, but I feel like we already had that receiving room under it, but I still think he's going to perform at a good level for us.
It's very fair. Well, I mean, Tristan, same question to you. I mean, I feel like there's a need at wide receiver for the Broncos. I mean, Marvin Mims is coming along. Cortland Sutton proved that he can still be a number 1 wide receiver. Maybe not a high-end one, but he's serviceable. But, I mean,
Yeah.
you had the Defensive Player of the Year in your secondary, and you added to it. So, I mean, same question, how do you see Janae Barron fitting in? But then also, how do you see it? Best player available or go for need for your team? Like, what do you want for the Broncos?
See, kind of like what Jagger said, I think he's going to fit in just fine as, like, like CB2 or whatever. Like, I don't think it's going to be a problem to throw him in there. I see why, what's his name? Sean Payton did it. Make that defense scary. Like, defense wins championships. But we did need a receiver. We really did. I mean, it's great seeing Mims come out and like actually start performing great. It's great seeing Sutton had a pretty good year, but we needed like a receiver to be there. And I mean, we went later on in the draft and drafted a receiver. No, we didn't. I don't think we got a tight end. My bad. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Best player available. I mean, why not? Make that defense look even more scarier.
Well, and I mean, to your credit, we've seen the Broncos do it in the past. Feel like they got to force a pick because of Peyton Manning retired. And who did they draft? They drafted Paxton Lynch, an absolute bust.
We ain't got to talk about those years.
Not the dark years. Hey, same with the Buccaneers. They forced Jameis Winston number 1 overall, and they had the famous 30 for 30 season. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jagger, you were watching it during that time, but yeah, only one ever to do it.
Yeah, it was rough, but threw for 5,000 yards, I think.
That is true.
He was like the leader in passing yards that year, 30 for 30. Hey, just like Baker, you gotta take the good with the bad. Except Jameis, there's a lot of bad.
I think Liam, you sent me this post. I don't know if you still remember it, but you sent me something about the 5,000-yard quarterbacks in NFL history, and it's like Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, Jameis Winston. It's like
Peyton Manning's on that list too.
He is.
Peyton Manning's a 5,000-yard passer, I think.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the names are like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Dan Marino.
Like elite quarterbacks, and then you got
it's Jameis Winston. I just
don't say you got elite quarterbacks and then Jameis Winston. You got elite quarterbacks on the list.
Don't get me wrong.
You're right.
I love
Gotta
James.
get that W. Gotta go for that win.
Hey, he had the Jameis threw like for 500 yards in the snow with Jerry Jeudy last year in the Browns.
Talk about a fantasy pickup, just stupidity on a random Thursday that I had to play against in that game in fantasy. Stupid. Makes Liam over there, our WarRoom analyst, look real big brain for it. Freaking Jerry Jeudy starts popping off for 50 points.
That's the reason I got a melon.
Was that not against us?
Is that not against who?
Wasn't that against the Broncos?
Yeah, it was against the Broncos.
Yeah, they popped off because Marvin Mims popped off that game too.
Yeah, so how did that feel though? Like your old wideout basically dropping a generational wide receiver game on you.
Dude, I was such a big Jerry Jeudy fan. I was so sad when we got rid of him. Like, I was like, let's get rid of Sutton. Like, we'll keep Jeudy. Like,
whoa,
no doubt in my mind. Like, I was such a big fan of him, and I like believed him a lot. And then I was kind of happy for him. Not gonna lie, but then but he lost, so it didn't matter to me. As long as he lost, but I'm glad he got his flowers and popped off against us with the Browns. But I mean, I'll take it.
Gotta pull up the stats for that game. Yeah, Jameis Winston had 497, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. What a guy. Jerry Jeudy set the Cleveland receiving record. Marvin Mims had 105. Cortland Sutton had 102. Just a crazy game. Hey, but anyways, back to the teams. Hey, we'll go with Jagger here. Hey, so let's talk about the division real quick, and then we'll go to Triston. Division. You got the Saints looking like a dumpster fire, in my opinion. You got the Panthers kind of rebuilding. Are they there yet? Are they not? Yeah. And then Falcons. What's going on with that division?
So, I think the Bucs, they'll run it again. What will it be? Will it be the 4th or 5th year in a row?
I think it'll be the 5th.
Yeah, 5th year. So, I mean, the Falcons got to decide who they want to play. Penix is their guy, or they want to keep using Cousins. But I think they're going to go with Penix. And, this will be like his first full year in it. And I just don't think they'll get over that hump and everything. They're just going to be a mediocre team, finish second. And then the Panthers, I mean, clearly still in rebuilding mode. You see flashes from Bryce Young. He's got the talent to be that good. He just don't have the best team built around him yet, I don't think. I mean, the line needs a little work. And who does he have at receiving now?
I actually that was
A lot of people.
Yeah, I was that was the debate me and Liam were honestly having about the Panthers. That we think they can have a top 10 offense. It's really their defense is so bad, truthfully. Because like O-line, you got to remember Olu Fashanu they drafted, and he's a very young, good, developing tackle. They signed massive free agent deals to their guards and interior, and they've still got Taylor Moton, who's been a top 15 tackle at right tackle. So, I mean, I feel like they solved the O-line issue. They draft Tenero McMillan, and, I mean, I think what's going to be interesting about this division is put the Saints away and look at the Falcons, the Bucs, and the Panthers. You can have some of the highest fantasy scoring games or just points in general. Because, I mean, Gunsling Baker, you've got what they've got going on down in Atlanta and now with the Panthers. So, I mean, with that, and you saying that the Buccaneers win the division, it sounds like Baker Mayfield might be an MVP candidate.
That's what I'm hoping. And, you know, I did write the Saints off the same as y'all. I had it wrote down. I said, and the Saints. Well, the Saints are still the same. What are they thinking taking Tyler Show? Bucks on top.
Quote him right there.
Yep.
What were they thinking about Taylor?
Terrible.
The Bucs are on top. Well,
Even when they had Spencer Rattler? What are we doing?
South Carolina legend.
South Carolina legend Spencer Rattler. I'm not even going to talk about his OU days. Which I've got buddies that all go to OU or like on frat road during all that. They said that that was literally the most hated dude before he ever played a game on campus. Like OU before he even ever started a game just hated that guy. So,
Oh, yeah. We went to a OU game. It's when they played Tulane
yeah.
for the opener. And me and my buddy, we got up in the student section and everything because they wouldn't check in your tickets or nothing. So we got over there, and they're introducing him and everything, and everybody's going crazy for Spencer Rattler. They're like, oh, my God, Heisman season coming in. And then, you know, he has a couple bad drives. There's a pick, and all you hear is, I'm not going to say it on here, but a lot of bad things said towards Spencer Rattler.
We appreciate, and I think YouTube appreciates it too, that you did not say all the bad things that were on there. But Triston, back to football. We heard Jagger saying that the Bucs are going to be on top. You might be in the hardest division in the league. What do you make up of the Broncos being in a division with Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, and the new look Raiders? Talk to us about that.
Hey, I'm not worried about it. Patrick Mahomes, man. Who's going to throw it to? Travis Kelce? He's like 35 years old. I haven't seen anything out of Travis Kelce besides Taylor Swift. You think I'm worried about Travis Kelce? No, I think we're going to win the division. I do think so. I think the Chargers take second.
I got Chargers over the Broncos. I got the Raiders over the Broncos, and I got the Chiefs over the Broncos.
No way. I think we take it. I mean, like, we've had a great offseason. Like, we've added so much.
Who did you pick up?
What did you do? Yes, you added some defensive players. You added a linebacker and a safety, but like your O-line still can't block the run. And I mean, your best wide receiver is a 30-year-old Cortland Sutton. What are we talking about? Win the division?
We got a second. I definitely think so. I truly think so. Okay. As far as I've seen, I could be wrong. So like, correct me if I am wrong. I didn't see any major things out of the Chiefs this year. I could be so wrong.
No, just like 15-2 coming off the Super Bowls, 4 out of the last 5 seasons. Jagger, get a load of this. What do you think about that?
Oh, I don't really agree with it. I think maybe they finish over the Chargers and Raiders.
Hang on.
No, I got something to say. Keep going. I want you to defend your take. Defend it. I love the delusion. Means you love the Broncos.
Look. We almost beat the Chiefs with the full team, but they blocked our kick. That's it. We always beat the Chiefs. Every year. The year before, we beat the Chiefs 2 times, I'm pretty sure. We always beat the Chiefs. They blocked our kick. Well, shoot, that happens sometimes, but I'm telling you right now, this is a different year. I think Bo Nix is going to be the best sophomore quarterback in the league. Don't listen to what this is about to be a little goon shout out. Don't listen to anything Gooner is telling you. But I think he should have won Rookie of the Year. We beat him with a rookie quarterback.
Okay, Tristan, I'm stopping you just real quick. You can continue. I want you to continue, but I'm stopping you. Jaden Daniels led a team to the conference championship game as a rookie quarterback. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Michael Penix. You're saying Bo Nix is going. J.J. McCarthy. Bo Nix is finishing better than all of them in his sophomore season. That's what you're saying.
Yep.
Walk us.
No, I'm for myself too. I truly think so.
Walk us through it.
I mean, okay, we did go down like the first round. I will give Jane Downs that. I mean, we played like I think it was the Bills. I could be so wrong. I forget who we played in the playoffs. Our first game, we got whooped though. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm telling you, I think that like our team is more well-rounded. We got a better defense. We added, we do have a 30-year-old Cortland Sutton, which is bad, but like, hey, shoot, it happens.
You think that Sean Payton adding Evan Ingram into the mix at tight end, Marvin Mims' development, you think that because of that, Bo Nix is going to be better than Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and J.J. McCarthy and Michael Penix?
I thought Bo Nix should have won Rookie of the Year. Like, that's not even like being like, because at first when the season first started, I was like, Jaden Daniels has this on locks, and then like Bo Nix started kind of like pick up, win games and stuff, and I was like, Bo Nix should have won. But I mean, like, we also have like, I do think Marvin Mims is going to take a big jump this year. I truly believe that. I think we kind of saw it last year. From whenever he went from just being a kick returner to actually getting in and playing receiver a little bit, I think he's going to get way more touches this year. I think J.K. Dobbins wasn't bad. I don't know. I don't really know. I think he'll be a great piece. I mean, we got a few guys. Shoot, if we get hurt, we got Sam Ellinger in the back. We got QB2 right there, Sam Ellinger. So we got to get something going here. If we lose it all, man, somebody take $50 out of my pocket.
Okay. Looking at the schedule, and I don't know if you were able to see the schedule, but, your record prediction, if we do this now, I think if y'all win 8 games, it'd be lucky. If y'all win 8 games, you guys would be lucky.
Man, I wish I could pull it up on my phone. I would tell you every game that we would win or lose.
I ain't here.
Yeah, no more than 8.
Let's pull it right now. What I'll do is I'll walk you through it, and I want you to tell me win or loss. Just hot take, and we'll add it up, and we'll see. So, Broncos schedule here. So
I think we play Raiders first.
Yeah, so they open up their slate in the preseason. You know how that goes. They're gonna warm up. Bo Nix, probably won't even see him play, and then they get to the gauntlet of their schedule. So. Week 1, they open up against the Titans. We're saying that's a win?
That's a win. We all know that.
Week 2, they're on the road at the Colts.
That's a win.
You're saying that's a win confidently. All right, so we got 2 wins.
Confidently, yes.
Week 3, at the Chargers.
I think that's a win.
He thinks it's a win, so he has...
hang on. Hang on. Did Chargers add anybody?
They got Trey Harris. They got Omari Hampton. Najee Harris just blew his eyeball off, but Omari Hampton looks pretty good. Their O-line's pretty good. They got the GOAT, Justin Herbert.
Year 2
they win just because of defense.
Year 2 of the hardball era, their defense is quietly a top 10 unit. I mean, they're built to win. If that makes sense. But, hey, this is his record predictions. So he said the Chargers
they came in 3rd in the division.
So he's got the Broncos starting off 3-0. Week 4, they have the Bengals at home. What are we saying?
Okay, I honestly might take that down as a loss.
All right, Week 5, the Eagles.
That might be another loss.
Loss. Week 6, the Jets.
That's a win.
He takes that as a win. Week 7, the Giants.
Come on now, win.
You say come on now, the Giants have an incredibly great defense. Like, that pass rush is going to be insane. Anyways, Week 8, the Cowboys.
Is Dak coming back this year?
Fully healthy.
I think. Who they got? They got CD, they got Dak.
George Pickens, Javonte Williams, Micah Parsons.
Picked up a new guard.
I'll take it down as a... I might take that down as a win, but like by 3 points.
He takes that as a win. Week 9 at the Texans.
I'm not worried about the Texans. Yes, that's a win.
So we're at 7-2.
And then they play the Raiders at home.
I'm not worried. Who they got? Geno Smith now?
Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, Jacoby
Carroll,
Myers,
Chip Kelly
Max
is the
Crosby.
Hey, what do you think? Gut reaction, win or loss?
Let's go. We gotta start going.
I don't know. Win. I mean, we beat them for like.
He's got
8-2.
8-2.
I got the win.
The Chiefs 9-2, so they go in the bye at the Commanders.
We're playing Commanders now.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a loss, bro.
So 9-3, you go to the Raiders again. You're sweeping the Raiders.
I definitely think we're gonna sweep the Raiders.
10-3, you play the Packers.
That's a win. Jordan, no.
11-3, you play the Jags.
That's a win. Trevor Lawrence.
12-3, you play the Chiefs again. You're saying you're sweeping the Chiefs.
No, I think they will take. Depending on like.
You've split
Yeah,
with
I may
them the past
still
couple
take
years.
it. Huh?
You've split with them one-on-one.
Yeah, I don't think we'll win this one unless like they have a crazy record and they're like
sitting there. So you're at 12-4 right now, and then you go play the Chargers. Are you saying you sweep them?
I don't think we sweep the Chargers.
So you got yourself finishing at 12-5.
It's not bad.
Hey, so there you have it. They've got them finished at 12-5. Jagger, do we need to go game by game for you for the Buccaneers, or can you give us a record prediction for the Bucs?
I got it pulled up the schedule right now, but my prediction was 11-6.
Ball knowledge right there. That is what the War Room predicted right there. I love it. Give yourself
Maybe
a little.
one more game improvement from last year, or was it 2 games? Did they win 9 last year?
No, I think I don't know. I don't have it pulled up. I think they either went 9-8 or 10-7. It's one of the two.
Yeah, but I think we got all those pieces. We get maybe a game or 2 improvement.
I agree with it. So you both have your teams making the playoffs. Tristan, where do you have the Broncos finishing the season in 2025? Walk us through. This is your take on the season for the Broncos.
I will say I don't think that we're gonna go to like championship. Like we're not gonna go to the Super Bowl. Like I don't think that. I'd be proud of it, but like I truly think that we probably win like a game or 2 in like the playoffs. That's like nothing crazy.
So kind of going off
We're still young.
Yeah, so I mean like kind of going off your record prediction, you're kind of saying that they make the conference championship game is what you think?
Yeah, I think they could possibly, but I'm not saying they like. I'm not like full heartedly like that. Like maybe win a game, maybe. I'd be happy with that. Liam, you're mute.
Well, Jagger, what do you think?
You're not that delusional.
I'm gonna be real here. The Bucs can make the Super Bowl because they can play those great teams all the way to the wire.
They've proven it.
They just fall short every time. But if we figure out that, I think we can make it to the Super Bowl. But realistically, I think it's the NFC Championship game.
So y'all both have your teams making the playoffs, getting to the big dance, and then winning playoff games. Yeah? Well,
I'm praying.
You're praying.
Yeah.
See, hey, that's the kind of energy that we like. Live from the maze. The Sultan of, Sultan of jokes over there is praying that his team makes the conference championship game. I love it.
Praying, man. Where's my Bible at?
Shout out. Well, Liam, what do you think about their record predictions?
Nah, Bucs finishing 4th. Bucs coming in 1st. 4th in the division for the AFC West. The Raiders picked up Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers. They finally got their best quarterback in a while, Pete Carroll. Their defense isn't that bad. Max Crosby carries, but it's not terrible. The Chargers, I really like that pickup of Trey Harris. They already got Lad McConkey. Justin Herbert, I love Justin Herbert. So I'm not gonna say anything about that. Omarion Hampton is the guy. The defense is, like Mason said, quietly a top 10. They're pretty good. Harbaugh definitely is going to have all the little things ready to go. And then the Chiefs, they're just going to stay consistent. I really want the Chiefs to be a wild card team because I just can't stand them. But Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, they're going to do whatever. So that leaves me with the Broncos. What did they do in the offseason?
A
My
lot.
opinion, they didn't do anything. They didn't do a whole lot. They said, you know what we need? We need a veteran tight end, Evan Ingram, to help out the pass game. We do not need another wide receiver. No, because Sutton is the guy and Marvin Mims is the guy. We trust that guy. So I just didn't understand that. So that's why I got the Broncos coming in fourth. Bucs. Jagger, you're lucky. The Bucs have Baker. Everybody, we talked about Baker for the past 3 weeks, at least once. Oklahoma guy, what can we do?
What can we do about it?
And, he's the man, so what's up?
Well, I mean, also the deal too, mentioned Baker Mayfield so much. I think everyone that loves football loves that guy because he plays football the right way. But I think, at least for both of you guys, what's exciting to be fans of your teams is they're not going to be the worst team in the league. And that's got to feel pretty good, right?
I don't know about
Already
that.
had those years.
You don't know about the Broncos, Jagger? You think they could be one of the worst teams in the league?
Bo Nix plays to the level he did. I think they'll be maybe an 8-win team.
That's what I think.
Same way he played last year. I think everybody else in the AFC West just got better though.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I'm with you, Jagger.
that's
You
you gotta defend yourself here. I mean, 8 wins, not even making the playoffs. What is this?
Did we just come like second in our division this past year?
Third.
I don't know about
Third?
that.
Was it third? I thought we were tied with the Chargers.
You went 9-8. The Chargers went 11-6.
What the heck did the Chiefs? Who the heck?
Chiefs went 15-2. So I mean,
Yeah, that's true because we were one of their losses because they had pity on us.
You think
They
it's
didn't
going to
want
be
the
more
Bengals
equal
in there.
division?
Huh?
You think it's going to be a more equal division this year? Because like last year, 15-2 Chiefs, Raiders 4-13. Are we going to see a little closer?
I truly hope so. I like with what you said earlier. I don't like that we picked up a bunch of like veteran people like Evan Ingram, J.K. Dobbins. I mean, I kind of like it. Like we drafted a tight end that like it could be good for, Evan being out there with him. Who is it? J.K. with what's that guy's name that we drafted? Hopefully we sign him because we haven't signed him yet. Yeah, hopefully. Like I pray that those are good, and I hope those are good like pickups so that those players can. I remember when Philip Lindsay came out. Everybody was like, Philip Lindsay. Trust me. That's a name right there. Top backers. Where is he at? One of the top safeties. I mean, when they're healthy, though. They did just come off of injuries. Sorry.
Well, y'all, it's been pretty fun having these guys on, Triston and Jagger. I mean, I think you've heard the passion they have for their franchises, for their teams, maybe some of the friendship, rivalry, bickering that you get with guys that have been friends for as long as these guys have. And, I think Liam has kind of prepared for these guys their kind of sign-off, hot take that they're going to have the next time that you see them on the in-season edition of the WarRoom.
Yeah, I appreciate you boys coming on. That was good talk. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Hey, let's finish off here with just a quick. Give me your hot take right off the dome. Jagger, you got one for us?
Baker Mayfield MVP.
Whoa. Okay.
I like
That's
that.
your hot take. All right, Tristan, what do you have?
Hey, Broncos winning the division. Come on.
That is a hot take. That is a hot take. Mason?
Well, hey, that's awesome. So, I mean, Jagger, we really appreciated having you on, being the Buccaneers fan for us. I think that this was great. We're excited to have you part of it, and we appreciate you being here.
Thank you, man.
Hey, Tristan, same thing to you being a Broncos watchdog. Maybe you're going to have two ways of this. If they're the worst team in the division, you're just going to have to be shouting and defending Bo Nix for your life, or they might be going to the Super Bowl, and it'll be easy.
Who knows?
But,
Hey, we'll see you guys when they have a great game, when they popped off, and we'll see you guys when the Broncos lose Week 1 to the Titans and the Bucs lose Week 1 as well. So be prepared to win those teams.
No.
Well, there y'all have it. So, I mean, this was another Watchdog edition of the WarRoom. Me and Liam, we're going to continue as the off-season goes on, recording the content that you guys want to see. And I know that next week we're going to have some fantasy football knowledge dropping on there because it's getting around that time. I mean, these guys on the screen, they're all in fantasy leagues. They all watch the same thing. And why we like to talk about football on a football podcast and fantasy football is because the game of fantasy football is the exact same as the game of football. That's what we're going to talk about in next week's episode. So anyways, we'll catch you there. Peace out.
We hope you enjoyed the latest episode of the WarRoom podcast presented by the Sideline Journal. We hope you consider sticking around and following us. The season's getting closer than ever, and we're going to be ramping it up with fantasy football takes, divisional previews, record predictions, and covering the NFL with honesty and candor from a former college football coach and PFF analyst. Anyways, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.